Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti. I'm with the judges of the Derby Diva contest. Julie, Amy, Laney. Got it this time. Let's go right to the track and weather conditions. The main track fast, the turf course firm. Our first race on Saturday afternoon, 6 furlong claimants, 4-year-olds and upward. Jockey on the 4 is Alan Mirage.
Racing at Gulfstream. Dreaming of Joey missed the start by a length. From the inside, speed being shown by Reggae Boy and Dangerous Trick to the inside, but Reggae Boy 50-1 and sent 3 clear early. Racing second is Dangerous Trick, Dreaming of Joey rushing up in traffic. Up on the outside, Smoke in the field. Storming Clooney is between horses. Toward the inside, that's Unleash the Humor. A length better than an outside running Storming Clooney and detached a long way early. The trailer is Bling Bang. They run past the half mile and kick to the far turn. Reggae Boy loose with a 5-length lead. Dangerous Trick is now second from the outside, Smoking the field third. Dreaming of Joey is now fourth, 2 lengths better than Upon Reflection. 3 wide and needing to get moving from there with Stormin' Clooney between horses, then Unleash the Humor and Bling Bang. 5/16 to go. Reggae Boy swallowed up. Dangerous Trick up on the outside takes the lead. Immediately tackled by Smoking the field with Dreaming of Joey behind horses. Upon Reflection needs to go and needs to go now. They're into the stretch. Dangerous Trick trying to run back for the new connections with Smoking the field. Right alongside these two set the score 5 lengths better than Bling Bang, who's kick-starting a rally to try to get an award here. From the outside, it's Smoking the field. From the inside, Dangerous Trick. It's Smoking the field in time. Dangerous Trick second, third, Unleash the Humor and Bling Bang from last to get fourth in 1:10 and 3.
Number 6, Smoking the Field, does just that. Owned by Soldi Stables, LLC, trained by Gilberto Zerpa, and ridden to victory today by Jonathan Gonzalez. Race number 2, 7 furlongs. These are maiden to 3-year-olds and upward. 6 runners going to the post with no scratches or jockey changes to report.
And they're up. Where's My Sock missed the start, 2 lengths. Euro Exchange breaks right on the money and will establish a 2-length early lead from first-time starter Che Carrito, who moves up to be second. Taverny Bay is on the outside in a joint second. He's now half-length behind. Now rushing up in traffic is Where's My Sock into his outside. Racing second last, Matty Bird, and Super Zapper is last of all as they chase the speed of Eddie Castro and Euro Exchange, who lead it by a length. Che Carrito's in a bit tight while second from Taverny Bay. Very hard to handle. Where's My Sock? He's having a tough time of it, taking action behind the speed and about 3 behind. And Super Zapper is far back. Past the half-mile pole, they went the opening quarter in a casual 23-2, and now the pace quickens noticeably. Euro Exchange on the inside. Taverny Bay moves right with him on the outside. They're in lockstep. They're pouring on the speed at the 5/16, and they're 6 lengths better than Matty Bird, who's now third. They run to the top of the stretch. Taverny Bay doing the better work at Euro Exchange at the moment, and Taverny Bay's taking over without being asked to run. Euro Exchange will tip to the outside to try to re-engage from second in front of Matty Bird, who's now third, and they're into the stretch. It's Taverny Bay who gives them the slip on a 3-length lead. Euro Exchange is second, 6 in front of Matty Bird, then to the outside Che Carrito, but in deep stretch, Taverny Bay puts it all together today. It's his 11th career race, but it's a winning one. Taverny Bay, sharp in victory. He's 5 or 6 in front at the end. Euro Exchange second, Matty Bird third, then Che Carrito.
Number 3, Taverny Bay, scores for Ashley George, trained by Leon Minot and ridden to victory today by jockey Arnie Fontanez. We'll take a short break. Be right back.
Gulfstream Park is one of Florida's top entertainment destinations, mixing restaurants, clubs, a casino, and international boutique shops with world-class racing. In a lavish, sun-drenched setting with the feel of a Mediterranean village, Gulfstream is a leading year-round entertainment and tourist destination and the home of luxury residences in 2014. The Stronach family, owners of Gulfstream Park, is committed to the sport of thoroughbred racing and the grace, spirit, and generosity of the horse.
Point of entry would not be denied. And they're into the stretch. Point of entry's taking the lead.
Point of entry, a 2-length lead.
It's Point of Entry taking the lead. Point of Entry will go to the Breeders' Cup on a 5-race winning streak.
5-time Grade 1 winner from a deep Phipps family. with the pedigree and physical to become the heir of Dynaformer, point of entry, standing at Adena Springs.
Welcome back. Our third race of the afternoon, 5.5 furlongs. These are maiden claimers, 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch number 5, Sergeant Thompson.
And they're up. Toward the inside, Mighty Warrior and Sparky B both begin nicely. Sparky B's ahead in front of Mighty Warrior in the early stages. From the top shelf, Forest Warrior comes away racing in third in front of Indie Artist, who's now fourth. It's a stretch of 2 to Rapid Lightning, and the trailer is Prince Runner. They take it past the half mile and move to the far turn. Sparky B is in front, but he's engaged on the outside by Forest Warrior. He's up to within a neck of the lead now. Mighty Warrior's back third in front of Indie Artist in fourth. As there's 5/16 to go, they went the opening quarter in 22 and 4. Forest Warrior on the outside, Sparky B on the inside. They're in lockstep, 2 lengths better than Indie Artist. Mighty Warrior comes under a scrub, and there's a quarter of a mile left to go. Now coming under a scrub is Forest Warrior, and Tagafleone chirps at the inside runner, Sparky B. Sparky B cuts the corner and has the lead. To the attack again is Forest Warrior, Indie Artist on the outside, back fourth Mighty Warrior, but inside the final furlong, Sparky B came ready to run today, and he's moving clear. It will be Sparky B and Tyler Gaffleone, easy winners of the third. They level off to win by 6. Forest Warrior second, give it to Mighty Warrior third in front of Indie Artist, then Rapid Lightning and Prince Runner. 104 and 4, the running time.
Number 2, Sparky B scores for P&G Stables LLC and GDS Racing Stable Incorporated, trained by Gustavo Delgado and ridden by apprentice Tyler Gaffleone. Race number 4 is 1 mile on the turf. The turf course is firm. Maiden claimers, 3-year-olds, 9 runners going to the post.
And they're up. Poor beginning for both Sir Sinbad and Dispute the King. I Feel Great is away alertly down to the fence. The gray Bonnie Boy Hunter moves up, and in the center, Malzahn takes over. So it would be Malzahn into the first turn on top, but he's drifting very wide into the first turn. In fact, Malzahn is uncontrollable. He's out in the 7 or 8 path, so Bonnie Boy Hunter is down inside. Malzahn cuts the corner very wide, to say the least. He's running off on the top end. He's opened a 5-length lead. Bonnie Boy Hunter will rate his own trip under Diego Gomez to race in second now from I Feel Great in third. 2 lengths better than Dreamin' of Clarice and World Class Kitten. Then down to the inside, it's Gunter Brothers. He's a length and a half in front of Untie the Knot. It's a length back to Sir Sinbad, and Dispute the King is last. And Malzahn is on a mission here under the Bug Boy. Malzahn won an opening quarter, really not that fast, 24 and 3, and he's in front by at least 10 lengths, but he went a 47 and 4 half mile to do it. Racing second is Bonnie Boy Hunter, but I Feel Great looms up on his outside third. Then it's a length back to Dreamin' of Clarice and Miguel Vasquez, fourth with about, 10 or 12 to make up on this loose leader. 2 lengths better than Sir Sinbad, who is improving around World Class Kitten. From the back, Untie the Knot, and still trailing the field is Dispute the King, and Malzahn is yet to be reeled in. Malzahn goes to the quarter pole, but his strides are shortening. He's only 3 in front. I Feel Great takes dead aim on the leader, Bonnie Boy Hunter and Dreamin' of Clarice. They're all right there with the 3/16 to go. I Feel Great now has the lead. Dreamin' of Clarice produced down the center to try to track the leader down. Bonnie Boy Hunter is now third. I Feel Great Swiss shifting leads. Dreamin' of Clarice surging on the outside. Dreamin' of Clarice at I Feel Great. It's going to be close. It's going to be Dreamin' of Clarice who got it. From I Feel Great second, Bonnie Boy Hunter, then Malzahn in 138 and 2.
Number 5, Dreamin' of Clarice, a very game performance. Owned by Breaking Wind Farm, trained by David Rakoff, and ridden to victory today by Miguel Vasquez. Race 5, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. These are maiden 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch the main track only. Number 9, Dane's Pulpit.
And they're up. From the center, Arch in the Park begins nicely toward the inside. Giant's Passion showing speed, and in fact, Giant's Passion puts ahead in front. Arch in the Park is there second in front of Pharaoh Bob. Then from the outside, it's Running Cat. Following them is Extensible, and to his outside, Semblance of Order. Toward the inside, Amigo is near the back half of the field. In fact, he's last as Meddlesome moves up and by him. They run around the first turn, chasing the speed of Giant's Passion and Jonathan Gonzalez. They lead it 3 parts of a length from Arch in the Park, who's a bit keen while second. 3 wide on the outside is Running Cat, and Pharaoh Bob scrapes the paint while fourth. It's a length back to Semblance of Order and Extensible, and the team at the back are Meddlesome and Amigo. They run down the back stretch with the lead. Giant's Passion by a neck, and the 2-path Arch in the Park is ratcheting up the pace pressure while second. Up on the outside, Running Cat is now third from Pharaoh Bob, who gets a good trip fourth at 25-1. Semblance of Order and Rios follow them while chirped along. Extensible toward the inside, then Meddlesome and Amigo. They win a quarter in 23-3, and they win a half mile in 47-2. Legitimate splits being put up. With the lead, it's still Giant's Passion by a neck. Up on the outside and Arch in the Park second. Pharaoh Bob tries to get underway from third. He's had a perfect trip. Semblance of Order is up the inside trying to get into fourth in front of Extensible, then Amigo, and from the outside Meddlesome is last. And now the pace quickens. They run to the top of the stretch after 3 quarters in 1:10-4, and Giant's Passion holds the lead. Arch in the Park and Semblance of Order on the outside, and Pharaoh Bob, and they're at the top of the stretch. Here's Semblance of Order down the center, trying to get to the leader, Giant's Passion, and far outside an Amigo. Semblance of Order takes the lead. Amigo's going to try to track him down when it matters. Semblance of Order's almost there. Amigo on the outside, Semblance of Order hanging on. Amigo second, then Pharaoh Bob and Giant's Passion in 141-1.
Number 6, Semblance of Order, gets up to score, owned by Gallo Stables, trained by Jenna Antonucci, and ridden to victory today by Jesus Rios. We're going to take a short break and be back for the 6th race in just a couple of moments.
There's a new day dawning in Florida. Never before has a Breeders' Cup Classic winner retired to stud in the Sunshine State. Until now. Adena Springs presents 3-time Grade 1 winner and earner of over $4 million, Fort Larned. New to Adena Springs South.
Welcome back to 6th race, 7.5 furlongs. It's an allowance optional claimer for 3-year-olds and upward, and the claiming price $25,000. Note the 3 is a gelding. Scratch the 10, scratch number 11.
And they're up. Rum Point was off slowly. Toward the inside, Colonel Red begins the best and goes looking for the lead from Escondido, who's up on the outside to be second. Whisper on the Wind is taken in hand. He's to the outside of One More Cat in the run to the first turn. Then it's a length back toward the outside to Perfect Tay, who's a length and a half better than the slow-starting Rum Point, followed by Starship Zorro. It's another length and a half to Tail of the Heart, and trailing the field early is Easement. They bend into the backstretch, and Colonel Red is loose up top. He's opened up a 4-length lead for Manny Aguilar, trying to back down the speed now as Escondido tightens up well second. Whisper on the Wind is 3 wide, but third. Pocketed up nicely is One More Cat and Rosemary Homeister Jr., racing in fourth now and about 2.5 off the speed. Perfect Tay is next, then Starship Zorro. To the inside, it's Rum Point. Still at the back, Easement and Tail of the Heart. They win a quarter in 23-2, and they take it to the far turn. Half mile, 47-2, and Colonel Red continues to put up the numbers. He leads it. Whisper on the Wind is 3 wide and moving up on the outside. Starship Zorro and Perfect Tay are covering a lot of ground. Easement slips through to the inside. At the rail looking for room is One More Cat. This is completely up for grabs, and they run to the top of the stretch. On the inside, Colonel Red tries to do all the lifting, leads it by a neck. Whisper on the Wind to the attack now on the outside. Here's Whisper on the Wind, who's taken over now from Colonel Red, who's back to second. Easement charging down the center and farther out in Perfect Day, trying to get home Whisper on the Wind, but Easement is starting to bridge the gap late. Here's Easement at Whisper on the Wind. It's going to be Easement in time. Easement and Eddie Castro got up to nail Whisper on the Wind, who was second. Tail of the Heart and Perfect Tay in 129-3.
The 6th race winner, number 9, Easement, gets up and springs an upset, pays $25.80 to win, owned by Joe Shields Jr., trained by Fernando Abreu, and ridden to victory today by Eddie Castro. Race number 7, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. It's the second running of the English Channel $75,000 guaranteed scratch number 5. Call me crazy.
And they're off in the English Channel Stakes. From the center, 225A is hustled away by Bridge Mahan to try to get the early lead from Moon Over Cusco, who comes away in second. Black Martino is away off their flank while third and looking to duck over 2 lengths in front of Rizwan. Then from between horses, it's Ulysses with Grand Junior on the outside. Second last in the early stages is Comanche Storm, and the early trailer is Persuasive. They bend around the opening turn toward the inside, Moon Over Cusco. Toward the outside, it's 225A. Then out 225A gets away by a length over Moon Over Cusco, who's reined back by Guff Leone to race in second now, in front of an outside running Black Martino third. Ulysses is a bit keen, and widest of all is Grand Junior. Rizwan takes in the action with an inside lane for Caraballo, a length in front of Comanche Storm, who's second last for Homeister, and trailing the field is Persuasive after a 23-second opening quarter. Down the backstretch they go, 47-second half mile, and 225A is now engaged on the outside by Moon Over Cusco. Black Martino continues 3 wide. Rizwan is asked to do a little work. He's racing in fourth now in front of Grand Junior. Ulysses has had a tough go of it. He's shuffled to last. Comanche Storm getting around him, and Persuasive rides to the inside, and now the pace quickens. They run to the top of the stretch, and Black Martino bids up 3 wide to take the lead. Rizwan off cover, he'll tip to the outside, and Comanche Storm is covering ground but coming on. They run to the top of the stretch, 3/4, 110 and 4. On the far outside, Comanche Storm and Rosemary Homeister Jr. unleashed, but Rizwan's a tough customer and he digs right back. These two to settle the score. It's Rizwan on the inside, Comanche Storm on the outside. Rizwan refusing to yield. Comanche Storm on the outside. Rizwan gamest of all over Comanche Storm, who ran his heart out while second. Persuasive was third and 140 and 2.
What a game performance by number 2, Rizwan, owned by Vexco Racing Stables, trained by Phil Greaves, and ridden to victory today by Jose Caraballo. The 8th race, the co-feature event of the afternoon, 1 mile on the turf, the second running of the Honey Rider, $75,000 guaranteed, 3-year-old filly scratch 8, number 9, and number 10.
They're racing in the Honey Rider Stakes to a level beginning. From the center, Nicky's Brown Miss gets the first call and goes looking for the lead. Gorgeous Dream from the top shelf trying to get over, and Lismore taken in hand by Castro to race in third. Miss Margaret is down to the inside, 3 wide through the initial stages is Savolier, Red Sachet between them, and it's 3 lengths to the early trailer. The early trailer is a Fleet Mary. They run around the first turn. Nicky's Brown Miss leads at a half a length. Gorgeous Dream is there second. Toward the inside, Miss Margaret is now third, a neck better than Lismore in fourth, followed by Red Sassay and Savolier. They're 2 by 2 by 2 down the backside, and 2.5 to long shot a Fleet Mary. They won a quarter in 24 and 3, and Nicky's Brown Miss is a 24-1 proposition and leads the way a half a length. On the outside, Gorgeous Dream is there second. Miss Margaret gets a good trip well third, a neck better than an outside running Lismore. Castro has her well placed as well, 2.5 off the speed with cover. Then it's a length back to Red Sachet and Savolier. They're still 2 by 2 by 2 here, and a Fleet Mary watches the pack as they run around the far turn. Now the pace quickens. Castro puts Lismore into the clear after a 49 and 2 half mile, and Nicky's Brown Miss continues to lead. Gorgeous Dream on the outside and 3 wide Lismore. Miss Margaret tries to quicken with an inside lane. Unwinding from the back is Savolier, and also coming on Red Sachet, sweeping up for Jonathan Gonzalez, but spun 6 wide. They're at the top of the stretch. The rail open for Miss Margaret. Lismore hits the front. Red Sachet down the center of the racetrack. Here's Red Sachet on the outside. Toward the inside, Miss Margaret fights with her. Red Sachet, Miss Margaret, it's Red Sachet. Red Sachet wears down Miss Margaret from a close photo for third between a Fleet Mary and Lismore in 137. Lap.
Number 2, Red Sachet, wins the second running of the Honey Rider, owned by Goodwood Racing, trained by Jane Sibeli, and that gives jockey Jonathan Gonzalez his second victory on the card. We'll take a break and be back for the late Daily Double.
They're off in the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Gulfstream Park is one of Florida's top entertainment destinations, mixing restaurants, clubs, a casino, and international boutique shops with world-class racing. In a lavish, sun-drenched setting with the feel of a Mediterranean village, Gulfstream is a leading year-round entertainment and tourist destination and the home of luxury residences in 2014. The Stronach family, owners of Gulfstream Park, is committed to the sport of thoroughbred racing and the grace, spirit, and generosity of the horse.
Welcome back. The 9th race, 1 mile claiming event. 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races, will have a full field of 10 runners going to the post.
And they're off. The favorite, Not Welcome, begins nicely in the center. From the outside, Stay Determined is hustling up the challenge. And toward the rail, there's Ben Jacob with foot. Ben Jacob's ahead in front. Now emerging from between horses, Furious Shot to be second. Not Welcome broke running, but he's now taken back. And leading the way down the backstretch is Stay Determined from Golby Gold, who moves up on his outside. Then it's Furious Shot and Not Welcome toward the rail. That's Ben Jacob. They're a length and a half in front of Cobra's Tiago. Then between horses, it's El Gran Tito with Come On Charlie on the outside. They're the top flight. They're 6 or 7 in front of JC Universal, and even farther back is Mr. Kitten last of all, and about 25 lengths off the lead. They run down the backstretch with 5 furlongs left to go. 24 seconds for the quarter time. And with the lead, it's still Stay Determined by a half a length. Here's Not Welcome, poised 3 wide for Gaffleone, racing third now. Golby Gold is from between them second. Toward the rail, it's Furious Shot fourth. They won a 47 1/2 mile, and Not Welcome just made a move. 3 furlongs left to go. The public pick, Not Welcome, moves clear now by 2.5. Back to second is Stay Determined. Golby Gold is next. Nobody really running on from the backfield. Come On Charlie with a minor opportunity for an award. And they're a quarter of a mile from home, and Not Welcome bids this field a pleasant good afternoon. Not Welcome straightens for the drive on a 7-length lead. From the back, here's JC Universal running up well on the outside, looking to get second from a weakening Furious Shot. Then to the outside and racing on is Come On Charlie, but they're in deep stretch. Not Welcome in front. Furious Shot and JC Universal battle it out for second, but when the smoke clears, the favorite's a winner. Not Welcome in front. Furious Shot did well to hold second in front of JC Universal, then Ben Jacob and Golby Gold.
The big favorite, number 7, Not Welcome, cruises to the wire and pays $3.40 to win. Owned by 3 Carrots Incorporated, Loose Screw Stable and Aventura Stable, trained by Peter Walder, and that gives apprentice jockey Tyler Gaffleone his second win on the card. The 10th and final race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. Claimers, 4-year-olds and up, which have never won 3 races. Scratch the main track only. Number 11, Atadoy.
And runners away. From the center, Rich Daddy commences the best and goes looking for the lead with No Calcetina is moving up to be second. So Cozy is on the outside of Cat and Fiddle, and Mutaka is sent along by Vergara. Mutaka is intent on getting position and the lead in the run of the first turn, and he's done exactly that. So it's Mutaka who lands on top. No Calcetinas is there second. Rich Daddy is now third in front of So Cozy and Cat and Fiddle. Then it's Staff Sergeant. It's a length and a half back to My Nobleman. He's a length and a half in front of a 2-path running Thunder Run. Then it's a stretch of another 2 lengths back to Strongbow, and Scarabajo does his best running later. He's last of all after the opening quarter went in 23-2. So it's Mutaka with the lead after a length and a half advantage over racing second, No Calcetinas. Rich Daddy's 3-2 and on a long rein while 3 wide. Then on the inside to racing Cat and Fiddle from 4th, 2 in front of So Cozy 5th, then Staff Sergeant in 6th. My Nobleman is next. To the outside of him in the blue colors is Thunder Run, a length in front of Strongbow, and still trailing is Scarabajo. That's the 10 of them as they kick to the far turn after a 47 4/2 mile. Mutaka's ridden along to hold the lead. It's Mutaka around the far turn in front. 3 wide is Rich Daddy. From between horses, No Calcetinas. Here's Strongbow circling up on the outside, and Scarabajo ridden carefully from the back as they run to the top of the stretch. They went 3/4 in 1:12-2. Vergara trying to keep Mutaka alive. Turns for home in front. Rich Daddy is second. Up the inside, Cat and Fiddle got a dream run through inside. Down the outside and So Cozy with Staff Sergeant. Wide open, nothing decided. Cat and Fiddle with the lead. It's Cat and Fiddle moving clear by 2. Rich Daddy is second. Staff Sergeant to the outside. The upset is on. It's Cat and Fiddle in front. Rich Daddy second. Third, Staff Sergeant in front of My Nobleman. It's a 3-way go for 5th to complete your high five.
Number 5, Cat and Fiddle saves all the ground and wins the nightcap for BLC's Stable Incorporated, trained by Bernardo Lopez and ridden to victory today by Diego Gomez. In the pick 4, 4 of 4 paid $947.75. The pick 5, only 4 of 5, $85.50, will have a carryover of $15,145.51. They nailed the pick 6, 6 of 6, $39,320.72 for only a 20-cent wager. That wraps up Saturday's action. Remember to come out and join us on Sunday. Should be a fantastic day, right?
Beautiful day. Beautiful.
You heard it from the weather person.
Morning meteorologist, yes.
Good luck, everybody.